The NFL playoffs get started this weekend with the wild card matchups. We have 2 games Saturday and 2 games Sunday. We're going to give a little rundown preview of each game and a prediction as well. The first game on Saturday, the early game, is the Saints and Seahawks. And I don't think there's any question in this one. You know, we got the defending Super Bowl champions versus 7-9 football team that really has no business playing in the playoffs. I know the Saints are a little banged up at the running back position, but I think Bush will be able to do enough. Combine that, with last year's MVP and Super Bowl winner Drew Brees at quarterback, you'll have no problems moving the football against the Seahawks. Usually when you have a playoff game that is this one-sided, that's usually when it's close. That's usually when something crazy can happen. But I just don't see it. I think you're asking for a miracle for the Seattle Seahawks to win this football game. I know Seattle's a tough place to play, but we're talking about Brees. We're talking about the defending Super Bowl champions. They'll be able to go in, control the ball, move the ball pretty easily, and should have no problem winning this game. Has a team ever been, less talked about after winning a Super Bowl? The Saints come to the playoffs 11-5. They do get the wild card. But this is still a serious, Super Bowl contender. The NFC playoffs are just wide open. You could pick a name out of a hat, and whatever team I would pick, whether it be the Saints, whether it be the Packers, whether it be the Eagles, whether it be the Falcons, I'd be happy having that team as my Super Bowl, my Super Bowl team from the NFC. I think it's completely wide open outside of Seattle. And that'll show in this game. I think the Saints will march in to Seattle. We'll be able to win this one pretty easily. The second game is the Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Rex Ryan really needs to write a book on what not to do, on what not to say before big games. He's always screwing stuff up for his team. Why would you immediately go out and say this game was personal towards Peyton Manning? That is the stupidest, most idiotic thing you could do. When is he going to learn that you just got to shut your mouth, coach your football team, and go out and play football? Go out and coach your team. Instead, he's got to run his mouth about this and that. Give that team bulletin board material. You think Peyton Manning is going to let his team lose this game? After Rex Ryan makes comments like that, and Manning knows people have been giving him a hard time all season long. He hit that rough patch there in the middle of the season, but now he's got things, clicking. Yeah, they have multiple injuries, but Manning is going to do whatever it takes to win this game. And I don't see this, I think this is going to be a field goal game, 7-point game. I don't see the Colts winning big, because the Jets will be able to run the football as well as they should, just pound the football to keep Manning and that offense off the field. But Manning is going to remember the things that Rex Ryan says. He's going to play with that chip on his shoulder. He's going to play flawless football like we're used to him, used to seeing him doing in big games. So I like the Colts to win this one. A tight game, probably by like a field goal, maybe a touchdown. And it all comes back to Rex Ryan. You guys know how I feel about Rex. I really feel that if the Colts win this game, his job status as the New York Jets head coach really needs to be in question, because he is a mastermind of drawing distractions to his football team. All right, on Sunday, the first game is Baltimore and Kansas City. Everyone's taking Baltimore. I know, they're all on Baltimore. Kansas City looked like crap against Oakland. Why would anyone take the Chiefs? Well, I'm taking the Chiefs, and for a couple reasons. First off, Matt Castle had a great year. He's taking care of the football. He's making smart decisions. The Castle and Dwayne Bowe combination has been outstanding all season long, and I think it's going to continue to be that way. Charlie Weiss has done an excellent job at calling plays. I think he's going to keep that Baltimore defense on their heels, with trick plays, with play action passes, with screens to Jamal Charles. And I think they'll be able to beat Baltimore. I think this is going to be one of those games that all your gamblers, all your bettors are going to take Baltimore. All your experts are going to take Baltimore. And then once that ball is kicked off, people are going to realize, oh crap, the energy at Arrowhead Stadium is going to be awesome. They haven't seen a playoff game in years. That place is going to be fired up. It's one of the toughest places to play football in the NFL. And it's going to be one of those games where everyone that takes Baltimore is going to know right from the beginning that there's a chance that we might not win this football game, that the Ravens aren't going to win this football game. Like I said, I think Castle and company will take care of the ball. I think the defense will make a few plays on Flacco. I think they'll be able to hold Ray Rice in check. I look for this to be a close, rather low-scoring game, maybe 16-13, maybe 20-17. But I do like the Kansas City Chiefs as my upset pick in the first round over Baltimore. I think playing in Arrowhead, I think Castle taking care of the ball, making a few big plays to Bo will be enough to get it done. The second game, Green Bay versus Philly. I think the winner of this game will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. This is a huge game. There's going to be big plays galore. And I like Green Bay. They won in Philly earlier this season. I know. Vic, didn't start the game. He came in late. But I think people have figured out Vic, The Vikings beating them, by blitzing really, opened up all these opportunities for defenses. They know schemes now. And the Green Bay Packers have one of the best playmaking defenses in the NFL. They probably have the NFC Defensive Player of the Year on their team in Clay Matthews. And I think they'll be able to come up with blitz packages. I think their linebackers will have a big day. I think their secondary will have a big day on Vic. And I think their defense is going to win this football game. And we're not even talking about Aaron Rodgers. I think Green Bay is going to be able to move the ball with ease against this Philadelphia defense. This defense for Philadelphia is not that great. They've been covered up by the fact that Vic has been able to make plays all year long, and that Deshaun Jackson and Maclin and McCoy have been able to make plays all year long. That Eagles defense has really covered up a weak defense. Or the Eagles offense has covered up the defense by putting up points, by putting teams in holes. And I don't think they're going to be able to do that in this matchup. I think Rodgers and company are going to be flawless. I think they're going to be able to move the ball right down the field and do what needs to be done to win a road playoff game in Philly. It's not going to be easy. Philly's a tough place to play. We all know that. But I think Rodgers has what it takes. Like I said, I have Green Bay playing the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. I think Green Bay is going to do whatever needs to be done to win this game, and Rodgers is going to establish himself as one of the top-tier quarterbacks in the NFL. So just a quick review. I like the Saints over the Seattle Seahawks. I like Indianapolis over the Jets. I like Kansas City to pull the upset over Baltimore, and I like Green Bay to go on the road and ruin the Michael Vick story. That's all I have today for the Daily JG Live. I hope you enjoyed. I'll come back in a couple days with either more audio or a written article or a column. So just stay tuned. Thanks.